Ladies and gentlemen, may I please request you all, and especially the kids, to be upstanding as
Madam High Commissioner, nice meeting you again.
Very nice.
Yeah, and congratulations for seeing the 76th Republic Day.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So what does this day particularly symbolize, and what is the relevance to to the community and the rest of the Indians?
This is a very, very important day for us, Persil. As you know, India actually got its independence in 1947. And after that, for about 3 years, very eminent Indians and founding leaders of the country got together
Yeah.
and drafted a constitution. That constitution took life on this day, today, that we are celebrating. It entered into force. It's the longest written constitution in the world. And India's constitution has endured and, in fact, guided our journey over nearly 8 decades as an independent modern republic. We turned into a sovereign, modern, democratic republic as a result of the adoption and enactment of this constitution. So it's an incredibly significant day for us and in our young history as a modern nation state, and a day that fills all Indians with enormous pride and joy.
Yeah, I saw how enthusiastic the rest of the Indians were about today, and particularly while you are reading the president's speech. Tell me, what does that bring to the people?
You know, I think for all Indians,
Yes.
we see how our country is currently going through a transformation of monumental sort of proportions. Every Indian feels it, whether
Yeah.
you're living in India or away. And it's really the foundations that was laid through a journey that took us so many decades, but through the kind of constitution that was given to us, and most exceptionally within, and with very few parallels, within an uninterrupted, unhindered democratic process and democratic framework
Yeah.
that the constitution has bequeathed to us. We have made our journey as a country. And that's what Indians feel on this, that pride Indians feel, and the diversity of Indians. Yet that unity in diversity, which is
Yes.
also our national motto, so to speak.
Yeah.
And today is a day when we feel it that much more, and we share it with our friends in Kenya as well as with fellow Indians.
You recognize, Madam High Commissioner, that Indians are also part of Kenya.
Yes.
Are you aware? Yeah, you are a part of Kenya, and with that, I mean you've also been recognized officially as a tribe in this country. Do you remember what number of tribe you are?
44th.
Yeah, 44th tribe. And looking at what has happened today, and you being a representative of India to Kenya, what would you say these two countries over the years have shared, and you are so proud of?
I think there are a lot of similarities in our national journeys, and we've learned a lot from each other. The 44th tribe that we are very proud of, and many of them are here today to celebrate this day with us,
Yeah.
are a living bridge of friendship between India and Kenya. And they've played their part, and they continue to play their part, and we're very, very grateful for that, and we value that. I think that as developing countries with similar challenges, with similar priorities,
Yeah.
poverty eradication, growth, prosperity, universal health care,
Yeah.
access to universal education, increasing the quality of life, women's empowerment. These are all climate change. These are all issues on which we come from very similar places, India and Kenya, and the kind of vision we have and the kind of goals we need to get to. So there's a lot we can do with each other and share with each other as we've historically done so in our journeys.
Yeah.
And some of this is we are trying to unlock as we go along. Some of it is already in play.
Yeah.
So there's more to do, but we already have such a good story to tell about each other.
What is it that the rest of the countries can learn from, the story of India? You're talking about getting independence and just coming out, as this, progressive country. We've seen a lot of development and innovation, technology, and all of that from India emerge over the years. What is it that you think the rest of the countries, including Kenya, can borrow from that?
I think we have to remember where we started. And where we started is in 1947. 340 million Indians were there in the country,
Yeah.
with a poverty rate of staggering proportions, with an literacy rate just a little over 10%,
Yeah.
and with a life expectancy just 32 years. Cut to today,
32 years.
32 years
Yeah.
life expectancy
Yeah.
in 1947. Cut to today, we're the fifth largest economy in the world. We have a vibrant agricultural sector. We're one of the largest agricultural producers and exporters in the world, going from a food deficient country to a food surplus country, so much so that we are amongst the largest exporters
Yeah.
of food grains and food products in the world today. We have unleashed the entrepreneurial as well as the innovative zeal of our people, because our people are our pride. Our people are the ones with the talent and the skill, and they just needed that ecosystem and that sort of framework to flower and flourish. And we're so proud of that they've done so. We're a young country like Kenya, so it's really the youth in many ways who have led the way and who will continue to shoulder the responsibility of making India a developed country by 2047, a goal that has been set by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So I think in agriculture, the food security that we are able to provide to our people shows a path to it in terms of agricultural practices, in terms of regulatory policies. In education, the technology and the innovation and the startup culture that we have, sort of acquired and developed over the years.
Yeah.
In healthcare, the efforts to sort of provide universal healthcare and the thriving of a fairly robust sort of healthcare sector with private healthcare as well as public healthcare providers has put us on the map as a net healthcare provider for many countries around the world, not just for India.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. Our women are doing so well. Our space sector, high science, and all of it is done with limited resources because we're still a developing country, and within a democratic framework. And I think that is what sets us apart in terms of our journey from many other such sort of journeys.
Onto something very local. What has made sure that you guys have truly, and unforgettably just kept your culture? Because I've seen Indians in the rest of the world, across the globe, whether it's in, London, Europe, and all of that. You guys have always, kept your culture in terms of even the cuisine. I'm always finding, is it the Indian store or whatever it is, selling those local products. How have you ensured that everywhere across the globe, including the United States, your culture has still, been significant?
Yeah, because I mean, one thing to remember is India is a civilization. So there is such a long, thousands and thousands of years of history behind our people.
Yeah.
And it's a living culture. Family, most Indian families live and practice their culture on a day-to-day basis, not as a sort of as a chore, but as something that they believe, they breathe, the food, the attire, and they pass it on to the young. And then we get together and celebrate the culture again, even on occasions like the one today. So it's something that you're right, we're all incredibly proud of, and something that has even the most young in the country, those who have not really those who are born, let's say the millennials or the Gen Z, whatever the categories are, which signifies the really young, you will find that they're all rooted to their culture, and that they're able to encompass all of these different identities within themselves and take forth their culture into the world and be proud doing it.
Thank you so much, Madam High Commissioner, and happy 76th Republic Day again.
Thank you so much, Persil. It really means a lot, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you too.
Thank you.